All right, everybody. Apologies up front. Once again, this is another one of the episodes where in our original recording, something went wrong on my end due to me, and the lessons did not get recorded. So this is a re-recording. We have watched the episode a couple of times now, and this is the result of that. So once again, apologies on my end. This should be the final in the sequence of episodes that need to be re-recorded until I fuck up again in the future. So let's go ahead and get on into this. I mean, obviously, this guy doesn't lose everybody every third battle either. Otherwise, the implication would be all of these characters are going to die this episode, and the show is over.
Well, that's the implication that it may or may not happen.
Which would make this literally an igloo episode.
Yes.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we are back with another episode of Mobile Suit Gundam, the 8th MS Team. This is episode 4. We just got done watching Shiro make good with the guerrillas and villagers, and depending on the time period, underage or legal girl. Well, this was made in the 90s. I think actually the 90s she would have been underage.
1995,
yeah. Well, I think the change got made early 90s to the age of majority in Japan, where it used to be like 16 or 14. God, I can't even recall. But she still would be underage because she's 17, and Shiro was like 23, I want to say.
I think he's younger, though. I think he's like 21 or 22.
Nah, well, to be fair, now you're just like, that's nitpicky.
It's
a range of 2 years. I think he's 20.
Yeah.
He's like close to mid-20s. That's what I want to say.
Yeah.
But it's a range of 2 years, and it's still, get arrested for whatever the fuck he would be doing. Otherwise, though, anything you want to add to this before we get into the episode?
Well, he got his ass kicked a lot for peeping on her. Although the comments were more like, "Oh, you lucky dog," and like, that's not what you should be saying. Or you're kicking somebody's ass because they were peeping on your boss's daughter while she was,
Well, it's not his boss's daughter.
Well, the gorillas. Kiki is a daughter of the boss who runs the gorillas.
Oh, you're talking about the people making the comments. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Shiro himself.
No. He has his own colonel. Yeah, the colonel. The captain is his.
Yeah, Kojima. Went through all that, and I just remembered to change the subtitle track to English.
Yeah. Talk about not subtitle tracks, but just OPs. I've been listening a lot to the second season, and I know you have read the manhwa and not interested in watching this show.
But I really I'm not interested. I put it on 2 different polls.
Yeah. The OP for solo leveling, because it's finished the second season and episode 25. And
let me think. What do I think the second season is based on what I know of the manhwa and what I think the shows would be? I'm going to say, has he gotten the bear yet?
Oh, yeah.
Is he? He already has the red guy, right? That comes before the bear. Is it?
No, after.
Does he?
Honestly, the manhwa was different. Yeah, I think.
Insect guy, part of his thing.
Yeah, that's the final arc. That's where it ends, basically.
Okay,
yeah.
That's what I was saying. I'm trying to remember.
Jue island raid.
So I barely remember. I read it all a long time ago.
Yeah,
well, a long time ago relative to when it came out and when the anime came out.
Now, one of the things I did notice, and I should have noticed earlier, is that they were using the chassis of a gun tank as a recovery vehicle.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I haven't done any like breakdown of the opening of the show like I do with other shows. Again, the difficulty in taking notes on this show, because it's essentially one of the first Gundam shows I watched. So it's funny because we had a whole commentary about the inside of the Gundams of the 8th MS team not being air conditioned. But literally just last episode, Aina references the fact that there's no like good air conditioning inside of this thing either.
Yeah.
Because what was the comment? The fact that it's not makes the victory drink that much sweeter or something like that.
I mean, if it's meant to be deployed in space, you don't want to just rely on the spacesuit for prolonged operations, because I think the spacesuit only has like an hour of air available.
I mean, it depends. It could be hooked up into the system of the ship. Like the mobile armor might not have any like atmospheric control, but it might also have like a series of air tanks or something that your suit could be plugged into.
True, but we don't see any blood, so.
Well, we don't see much of the inside at all. Like, I think she's gonna have to be like ejected from the thing for us to know. Because otherwise, she's not going to be doing a lot of...
In most shows, in fact, in 79, they were even inside the mobile suit with their helmets off, I think.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm saying either ejected from it, or I guess they're doing operations on it. Because when she's in it, she's in it. The 7th MS team. Should we have like a radio or a phone or something?
Oh, he's in a bike, I don't think.
No, I'm saying this so he could have called from the base instead of, or not the base, from where they were.
I mean, he was doing fine until I think somebody else jumps in.
Well, no, it's still the 7th team. He's fighting,
yeah, but he's fighting one guy.
No, yeah, I'm saying it's the entire 7th team now. It's not just like one guy.
Yeah.
Because it's not like a, hey, let's fight one-on-one. He attacked them. And why wouldn't you fight him like this? He attacked a member of your team. After the fighting starts, I don't blame anybody for what they did. I do blame 7th team for instigating the fight by being little shits. Although I guess at the same time, Sanders is technically one in the wrong.
True, I mean, he shouldn't have punched someone else, but...
That's what I'm saying. They're assholes, but he's the one who's guilty. Also, remember, they were throwing coins at this guy's hat.
Yeah.
How does the coins not come raining down over his scalp?
Very tight height, I guess. Pretty definitely doesn't seem to be hurt after that fight. I mean, he's bruised up, but he's like, yeah, whatever. Maybe the adrenaline. When the adrenaline wears off, he's gonna feel it. The Sabis.
Yeah, in English, he says Degwin as Degween. I appreciate in this base, they don't do the fist pump, they just raise the fist. It's a lot less effort, especially if you're tired all the time. Hey, maybe I've got a lot in common with Genus here. Or Gnaeus, sorry, not Genus, Gnaeus.
Gnaeus. Also, this is inside the base, so this base is well appointed. It's inside a mountain, right?
Sorry, were you leaning really heavy to the side, or was the camera just pivoting?
I think it's the size of the suit, the dress, the belt. That's a interesting future pattern that's based on like 19th century American,
I think originally I said Victorian.
Victorian. Well, I think it's more.
You're thinking antebellum.
Yeah.
But then again, I can already hear the audience. God damn it, they're fucking talking fashion again.
Genius. Virginia.
お前が高価なおもちゃを作ってると聞いて、ヨーロッパから駆けつけてきた。おもちゃだと。おお、アイナか。
It's a lot of plates.
あのアイナがこんなレディーに。この前会った時はまだほんの子供だったのに、女とは恐ろしいもんだぜ。
ケラーナ様もご立派になられて。
おいおい、そんな他人行儀はよしてくれ。俺とお前の間柄じゃないか。
Everyone in the background's eyes are shaded over.
Yeah.
俺の女にならんか。サハリンの名にこだわるあいつに付き合わんでも、一生面白おかしく暮らせるぞ。
ご冗談を。ここは空気が悪いようです。私、ちょっと外へ出てきます。
失礼します。
So is he who you
He
modeled
was,
your
he was in the
hairstyle over?
helicopter, right? He was in the helicopter in the last episode, right?
Well, he was
And
for
then
a
gets in
short
the
time
zaku.
before.
He got his ass kicked by what's his name?
Well, no. I mean, you say he was in the helicopter. He got dropped off in the helicopter to get into a zaku.
Yeah. Yeah, but what I remember is that he got upset that the pilot of the helicopter said, "Oh no, she's grown into a lovely woman." He's like, "Don't say that." But now he's all antsy with her.
Oh no, you're talking about Yuri. No, I'm talking about what's his name? Starts with an N. Guy right behind him. The guy with your hairstyle.
Yeah. No, he wasn't there though.
No, he was.
Not that episode.
Not Yuri.
Was he? I thought it was Yuri though.
No, Yuri
was
just
the
showed up for the
helicopter.
first time here.
Oh.
You might have the
So
character's
this is-
background. This guy right here was in a helicopter last time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He was wearing a helmet, so maybe you don't remember. He's
Yeah.
very peculiar, not peculiar, particular face.
Yeah, they built a balcony on the side of a mountain. Supposed to be a secret base, right?
I already pointed out before last comments that they've also got like 16 lights on the side of it that they keep on at night.
自分はモビルスーツを降りたく転属を希望します。なんだって？エルドア、お前が変わってくれ。
Where would you want to be trained? I guess Jaburo.
俺はダメだよ。
Yeah.
じゃあ僕が乗りましょうか。
Well, I mean, a place where you wouldn't get into any fighting and possibly not get anybody killed around you.
自分は出られません。
Until Char attacks.
みんなを死なせるわけにはいかない
Yeah,
です。
I don't remember that many people getting killed in Char's attack. Just
Some people did.
3 people?
まだそんなこと言ってるのか。
I mean, that's what we. No, outside of the base, there was a lot of fighting.
Yeah.
More than 3 people.
Yeah, and all the ones I remember seeing getting killed with 2 guys in the gun turret.
自分で死神だと認めてる
Yeah, but there's more fighting, and we saw a lot of shutting, a lot of Sakus and goofs get shot down. So they probably shot some people back, right? Ow. Okay. Way to prove a point there, Karen. You earned your namesake.
もういい。いい加減にしろ、総長。しかし、いや、いいんです。
I'm actually into it.
所属していた部隊はことごとく3度目の出撃で全滅しました。自分だけを残して。
I mean, he's exactly like the guy from the Legend of the Galactic Heroes Gaiden backstory, the one that loses every third battle.
Yeah. Doesn't mean that everybody gets wiped out in the third battle, just he loses the third
People
battle.
literally in that show write their wills every time they go in. I mean, obviously, this guy doesn't lose everybody every third battle either. Otherwise, the implication would be all of these characters are going to die this episode, and the show is over.
Well, that's the implication that it may or may not happen.
Which would make this literally an Igloo episode.
Yes. True.
Igloo episodes come in threes. Everyone dies by the... Well, not everyone.
No.
The focus characters die by the end. Only thing we need right now is the goddess of death. Also, I never really thought about it, even though it's like church thing that we talked about last time, but
yeah,
Christ is a figure in this show.
Yeah.
I just don't remember.
I mean,
did Sliger have a cross?
Was there a character? His mother's ring. He has his mother's ring.
I know that, but I just remember, wasn't there a character that had a cross necklace or something?
Not that I remember. I wouldn't be surprised, but I wouldn't remember.
Or is Christ just a turn of phrase and not actually a person?
That would make for a very alternate history right here.
Well, no, I don't mean it's like a, you know, just like it's in the common lexicon that people don't actually, there's no Christians left. It's just a common turn of phrase that survived past the religion.
Yeah. I mean, we saw a church, so at least either that church is a remnant or something, or...
Well, I mean, it could be a remnant of something. This is in the future.
Yeah. It seems to be used, though. It wouldn't be maintained. Especially as a wooden structure would have collapsed a long time ago.
No, it seems more like, sorry, I can't think of the places in Mexico. Adobe?
Oh.
So it's an M word. It's coming to my head. I can't think of it.
I mean, it could be brick, concrete.
I think mosaic is the word in my head, so that's wrong. I guess Adobe is the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Like a hardened mud structure.
That's only happens rare places. I mean, most Mexicans they build in concrete.
I'm not talking about Mexicans themselves. I'm talking about the missionaries.
Oh well, yeah.
I mean, you're probably right. It's probably brick being covered in a whatever you call that.
Splatter.
Well, I mean, it's like it is like a mud type of thing that you put over it, and it hardens into like a smooth
surface. Yeah. Could also be done with cement as well.
Well, I think they also do it in the Philippines, because I remember watching a Philippines commercial, literally about like, oh, the walls are cracking, Dad. What are you doing? I wish she was wearing a red uniform.
So she would be under direct command of Garen then?
Yeah, well, I mean, it would tie everything together with that, like, you know, all these beautiful women are under Garen's command, and they all represent, like, the... can't remember the name of the force. For some reason, I haven't deleted the image of the logo.
Yeah.
I still have it in my downloads folder for some reason.
Yeah.
どういうことだ隊長敵が引いていきますまるで誘ってるように
変だ何かおかしいぞなんだこれはどうしました静かに
隊長どうします追い込みますか
Could that be an impact also, the Minovsky particles as well? I mean, it could be just the pressure of this large vehicle flying through the air, actually. But also, you would think that the transmission would be encrypted, so you couldn't hear them. Right? But also, Minovsky particles block transmission, so...
They talked about in the very beginning of the episode the Minovsky particle.
Why isn't his... Oh, yeah.
But no. You jumped ahead of me and you jumped in the different path than I was on. I said at the very beginning of the episode they talked about a Minovsky particle compressor. So it's possible that they're not emitting as many Minovsky particles as everything else does. So I mean, I don't know what else they'd be using a compressor for. Michelle, you little bitch. That's right, I'm calling you Michelle now, because it's also just another name for Michael, as per our previous argument about the forms of Michael. Given I am a Michael, I think I can take that. Only us Michaels can say this.
And he panics.
Well, because he comes from the school of Gandalf. You shall not pass.
Oh. Also, clearly that machine gun didn't reach high enough. Doesn't have the range.
Well, I don't know about that. He wasn't even aiming ahead like he should have been. Because you can see that the trail of bullets goes like he's aiming towards them where they were, not where they are. But then again, he's firing because he's scared, not because he's trying to do anything.
Ouch. That's one hell of a hit.
That's the animators wanted to express to you that Karen has boobs.
I mean, true. But well, I guess she's not wearing a sports bra, I guess.
See, again, they're not like trying to shoot ahead of them. It's constantly following them with the bullets.
Yeah. The head looks like it's wearing like giant shoulder pads, right? Like a giant football player. Oh, ow, that's gotta hurt.
I mean, they should be strapped in, wearing seatbelts and whatnot.
Whiplash.
I don't know. It's more like a roll. They're not flopping over at high speed. You know, it's like the equivalent of getting into a car accident at 5 miles per hour.
I mean, no. The beam saber always works, so why would he use it?
Because you have to charge into a thing that you don't know what it's capable of. Also, you know, it just leveled an entire forest.
けんぞ撃て撃ち続けろ中心で焼けつきまで撃ち続けるんだ
Or we could leave covering fire where each one of us shoots and our guns never overheat.
Oh, yeah, I think they said he wanted to shoot it down, though. That's what he wanted to do.
Well, he failed.
Well, true. But did damage it, though.
No, I don't think he did. It didn't have any outside damage to it. I think the only damage it had was the beam saber slash.
私は生きているぞ軍曹
And then a shot comes in and kills her.
I'm not I don't get what her second shirt is for. She's wearing a green tank top, but then her other shirt is literally tied on as though it's not even a shirt.
I think it's that she's rolled up her sleeves and that's how she ties it up.
No, it's tied like right here, like one thing tied. It's not the sleeves are up. I mean, you'll see. She wears the same goddamn thing all the time.
Yeah. Like it's
I'm saying not here because right here she's above the line. I don't know. It's just weird because she's obviously already wearing a tank top, and then on top of that, she's just wearing. I don't know. It feels like to be a torn off shirt.
Yeah. She wears a pants of uniform pants, but okay, I don't know why flashing the camera. Whatever.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh, there's some of the last episode. I'm still, my mind is still stuck in the last episode for some reason. The gorilla one. So,
Well, I mean, as I said before, I think off recording, I had to rewatch this one to take my notes for episode 3 and 4. So I thought it was like the very weird position of I watched this again last night, which would have been the second time in a row before we did our rewatch today, which is why I've kind of been holding back and letting you try and you say everything.
Yeah.
Because I've obviously got to then recap all of my thoughts again when we do the notes. So it's like, I just don't want to say my note stuff here and then do the notes again next episode.
Yeah.
Would make much sense.
ジオンの新兵器の存在は我が軍に衝撃を与えた。8小隊も情報収集と捜索に明け暮れる毎日である。そんな中、エレドアとミケルがジオン側に囚われたという情報が入った。2人とも無事でいてくれ。必ず救出してやる。次回、機動戦士ガンダム第 08MS 小隊破られた待機命令。
Book in order to stand by.
I think, again, I may have mentioned this last time we were watching these episodes, and I don't exactly remember if I did or not. I think this is the one episode I remember. Specifically, like, the most of it. Because I think it was the worst episode of 8th MS Team.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if a show is completely good, then the bad episodes stand out. I will always remember Time Be Still as the worst episode of Gundam. Stop. Full stop.
You're talking about the 5th episode, not the 4th episode.
I'm talking about the 14th episode.
No, I'm not. Going back, bringing it in, going back to MSA Team. Which episode are you referring as the worst episode that you remember? The
one
4th
that's
episode or the 5th? Ah, okay. That's what I wanted to clear up.
Yeah, I said of 8th MS Team, and then I talked about Time Be Still being the worst, and that's of Mobile Suit Gundam, the OG. I don't think... I mean, granted, I haven't seen future content yet, but I don't think there's ever probably going to be a worse episode of Gundam. I mean, not unless you're of a particular mindset that you don't like acguy for its animation style, or I guess lack thereof. And then you would say one of those is probably the worst. And as I said previously, I don't remember if this was during Seed or the last thing that I just had to edit, you could make the argument that episode 15 of Mobile Suit Gundam is the worst, and that Tamino himself wanted to erase it from history.
Yeah.
But for my money, Time Be Still is the worst episode of Gundam ever. All franchises. Sorry, universes.
Wow,
it's not a good episode. One, yeah. It's a waste of time. Literally, it's in the name, Time Be Still.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it also makes no sense. It's the bombing team that doesn't do anything, and then we do that 2 more times.
Mm-hmm.
It's also the episode where the bomb expert on the ship doesn't help defusing bombs.
Yeah. In fact, he never defuses any bombs, ever.
No. One wonders why he has the job.
Yeah.
So specifically, most of the soldiers on board died when the white base was leaving. And conceivably, he's just one of the civilians, contractors. So he may have just been given a job.
Yeah. Could be that he was an ammunition handler or something. Like, well, you know how to deal with explosive things. You're the bomb expert. Like, I just know how to load them in. I just don't. Never mind.
I'm also one of the rare people of color on board, so you probably shouldn't get me killed, or it'll be a bad look.
Yeah. Which is considered this is the Earth Alliance. You would think you have a little more variety, but
I don't know why you're saying the Earth Alliance is the only one that should have variety.
Well, because Sion at least seems to have certain predilections, especially of the Germanic sense. Although that shouldn't necessarily
they be don't, though. They're not like Patrick Zolla from Seed.
Yeah, true.
Like, they want to push the Space Noid thing, but Space Noids isn't a white person thing.
I would hope so, yeah.
You hope not, you mean?
I mean, that is not a thing.
That's what I'm saying. As I said, Space Noids isn't a white thing. You said, I should hope so. It's like, I think you should hope not. It's not a white person. That's what I'm saying. Space Noids is just people raised in space. It's not like, again, the coordinators from Seed, which is a very specific bioengineered group of people. Granted, even coordinators don't have to be white people. Like, that's just whoever gets modified at birth. I mean, technically, I think in the Minerva engineering crew, there are people of color.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as I'm saying, none of this. You're saying that Zeon has certain Germanic predilections, and I'm saying, I don't think so. Nothing that they're doing other than Garen being compared to Hitler and maybe like the iconography, none of it actually has anything to do. There's no Zeon camps, right? They're not trying to exterminate a very specific group of people.
Would hope not.
But I'm just clarifying, like clearing the air on this.
Yes. They're
despite
not
what you said, they are not actually that. I don't even remember.
No.
Oh, yeah, because I was asking you why you thought Earth Federation would have more variety than Zeon.
I mean, they would probably recruit from a lot of more people in.
I mean, yeah, that would be the thing, I would think, is that your argument should be that Earth Federation has the entire fucking Earth, and we know Earth Federation outnumbers Zeon.
Yeah. So there you have it.
But I wouldn't think there's anything inherent reason why Zeon wouldn't have a variety as well. It's a number of Banshai, and as we know, the Earth Federation forced emigration into space, so any number of people could have been forced into Side 3. They didn't want to be there, and then 3 generations later, it's just, all intermingled.
Makes sense.
Well, I mean, because I think the final takeaway there is it's all fictional. So,
true.
At the end of the day, none of these people exist.
True. Well, there you have it. That was the 4th episode of the 8th MST.
All right. Well, that said, I've been Theta. This has been Lessons. We've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.